Sorry, my hair looks like a disaster today. I barely brushed it. I'm over it. I am over it. So this is week 26 pregnancy update, and I have a couple of updates for you guys. I had my baby class, my very first baby class last week that I want to talk to you guys about. And I also had I had a doctor's appointment and some blood work done and just a whole bunch of stuff. So a lot of updates. So best moment this week, probably getting the chance to sit down in the baby class. I thought it was really useful and informative and interesting. And basically what we did is we sat down and we had this whole like DVD kind of playing through and talking about labor and what to expect and what it's like and what the room is like and what kind of equipment is there to help you through and what are your options for dealing with the pain, whether it's natural or it's, you know, an epidural or one of those types of things. So just a lot of different options, and they walked through a bunch of women's different birthing stories. There was a lot of things that I didn't know. For example, like the epidural. Okay, let's just talk about the epidural for a second. So my original thought of this before I even got pregnant, I was like, hands down, epidural, no questions asked. I want to get the epidural. No pain. I do not want any pain. And throughout the course of this pregnancy and from the class as well, I've learned, and this sounds really stupid, but the epidural is a lot more serious than I ever expected it to be. And I know that sounds really lame. I mean, it's a medical procedure and it's extremely serious and should be taken seriously, but like, I didn't realize how serious it was. So they were kind of walking through one particular woman who had gotten it done, and so they bring in, you know, a specialist to do it. It's not just like what I had originally thought before I got pregnant. It was like literally that's like a needle in the back, you lie down, you have no pain, and then like it relaxes you and you can just push out baby a lot faster. Which made me question why anyone would get anything done without the epidural. And what I learned, like the girl was sitting up and it takes 15 minutes to get the actual needle in place and proper, and they have to like tape off your back, and it's a very specific vertebrae that they need to insert it in between, and then a catheter, like a tube. And I'm sorry if this is too much information for some people, you can just skip ahead if this is not what you want to learn about, but when they put the needle in, they stick like a catheter, which is like a small little tube, into like between the two vertebrae, and it has to go in a very specific place, so it doesn't actually go into where the baby is, it doesn't hit any specific nerves that could lead to permanent damage, things like that. And then the catheter is left in there and the needle is taken out, and they tape up your back, so there's like this thread in your back, and then you're just waiting there for about, I think it takes about 20 minutes or so for the actual effects to take place. They gave this woman they gave her like, it was almost like one of those like game show like dinger things to like pump up with more epidural when she was feeling like she didn't have enough. Like, I feel like that's super dangerous. You should not be putting drugs in the hands of a woman in labor. That just sounds like all kinds of bad idea. You can't move around. You can't go to the bathroom, so they have to like, I think, insert something to like empty your bladder for you. Knowing now what's kind of involved and how it can sometimes lengthen the process of actually giving birth, it makes me want to hold on to not using the epidural for as long as I possibly can. So we'll see how that ends up going. Worst moment this week. Well, that's easy. I had my blood taken. That sucks. It's not fun. I don't like it. So I had to get the glucose test done. I think it's just a standard thing. I don't know if it's done in every country, but in Canada at least I think it's a pretty standard procedure. And you go in and you drink this disgusting orange drink. In 5 minutes you have to drink it. And then they make you wait there for an hour. So you have to wait there, and then they take 3 bottles of blood, and then you're on your way. So that wasn't very fun. And the other thing is I'm getting a very dry, itchy skin. And I'm trying to be really good as to not scratch it, especially on my belly, and just smother myself in lots and lots of creams and drinking lots of water, because I think that's the best way to stay hydrated. And I know it's just like my skin stretching out as baby grows, so I just need to continue on the whole hydration thing. It's just like I feel like I'm drinking so much water, and yet I don't think it's enough, and it's just driving me crazy. Cravings this week, cream cheese and bagels and jam. That has been sort of my go-to snack or breakfast all week, pretty much. Changes experienced. Just a lot of hormones still, I guess. Like, I thought I had gone through all that already, or I'd kind of missed the boat on it, and I was like, yes, I don't have all those like crazy rampaging hormone spells, but apparently for me it doesn't come until the end of second trimester. Lots of just crying for absolutely no reason, or just being set off by just very small minor things, and poor Chris is trying to take care of me in the best way he knows how. And he's been doing a terrific job, but like I just feel bad, and that just makes it worse, and it's like, I don't know why I'm so upset. Okay, questions from you guys. Sarah asked, has your belly button popped yet? Yes, it actually popped really early. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think that the belly, I don't know where that accent came from. I didn't know that the belly button actually popped until late in the third trimester, I figured, is when it would end up popping. But like for me, it probably happened around week 20 or so. 321 Polka Dots asks, since you want a big family, have you ever thought about adoption? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to adopt a child who needs a home, and Chris and I have had talks about this, and because I mean, before I got pregnant, you know, we were always thinking like, if I couldn't get pregnant, what would be our next step and what would we do? And adoption was absolutely 100% on our list of what we wanted to do. And you know, I think one day eventually we probably will adopt a child. I need to collect myself. Every child deserves to have a loving and caring and wonderful home, whether they're 8 weeks in the womb, or they're 6 years old or 20 years old. I don't care. Babies and children in general just deserve a loving and caring and wonderful home, and I think that adoption is such a beautiful way to do that. Fatima, I believe, is how you pronounce your name. I could be wrong though, so I apologize, but asks, will you do a what's in my hospital bag video? And yes, I will probably do that. I don't even have nursery furniture, so I have a hospital bag is a little bit low on my priorities right now, but obviously when I get around to that end of my pregnancy, I will be doing that video, and it will be going on this channel. Kimmy asks, are you planning on having a baby shower, and will you please do a haul video after? Yes, I'm having a baby shower in August, and I'm very excited. It is being hosted by my incredible and amazing best friend Lindsay and my mom, and it's going to be at my parents' house. Other than that, I have absolutely no idea what's going on with the baby shower. They're keeping it completely a surprise, and I don't know what's going on at all, so I'm very excited about it. I will be vlogging from the baby shower. I will probably do a video after, maybe. I don't know. Do you guys want to see like all the baby stuff? I don't know. If you do want to see all the cute baby things that I got, leave a comment below and thumbs up this video so I know that's something that you would be interested in. Rachel wants to know how I told Chris that I was pregnant. And I actually had that filmed in my very first pregnancy Q&A video, but I took it out, and that's only because Chris is a very private person, and he didn't really want it to be revealed to the public how I told him. Not that it was anything weird or anything, it's just, it's a very private moment between us, and he just kind of wants to keep it that way. So I'm really sorry guys, and that's not something I'm going to be talking about, but yeah, I'm sorry. And then Maddie basically asks, am I going to talk, have some snippets of kind of vlog footage of my labor, and or maybe do like a post-mortem on the labor and what it was like. I will not be vlogging while I'm actually in labor or right before, I don't think. I think I'm just gonna be too nervous, guys, and very overwhelmed and scared and just very emotional, and it's something that I kind of want to keep basically just between Chris and I don't think I'm gonna have anyone else in the delivery room other than doctors and nurses. Just it's a very scary experience and nerve-wracking and exciting, and just I think something that I just want to keep between close family. But I will be doing a video afterwards talking about labor and what it was like and what it felt like, and try and describe it in the best way I possibly can and walk through everything that happened while I was there. And now on to fact of the week. Okay, so this week is actually a huge, just a lot of changes happened this week. So first of all, baby is 2 pounds. 2 pounds, that's crazy. And their eyelids are opening now, which they were kind of fused shut before. So now baby can see light, I guess, in a way, and hear loud noises, and so there's a lot more activity going on in there, and lots of kicking all day long and rolling around and somersaults and all that fun stuff. And I love this. I'm just gonna read this verbatim because I think it was so cute. It says, in fact, if a loud vibrating noise is brought close to your belly, your baby will respond by blinking and startling. How cute is that? Not that I would ever want to test that out, but like, that's so cool. I don't know, I find that cool. And now I'm going to show you guys my baby bump. You can see it's really starting to protrude now. It's really getting a lot bigger, which is cool, and much rounder. So that's very exciting. I think that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you love the weekly pregnancy updates. They're really fun to film, and I really hope you're enjoying them as much as I do. Leave any questions that you guys have in the comment section below, and I will get to them next week. I have a doctor's appointment today, so I will kind of give you guys an update on that next week, and hopefully we can start doing some like nursery shopping soon or something. I feel like I'm kind of at a standstill with this stuff, and I want to get everything organized as quickly as possible. So hopefully we'll have some updates for you guys on that stuff as well. I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you girls so much. Mwah.